You know, November is Child Safety and Protection Month.
Rahel Baer is a former sex crimes and child abuse prosecutor who's worked in abuse prevention for more than a decade. And she joins us live this morning with some quick advice for parents on keeping your kids safe. Good morning, Rahel.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. This is a major concern for a lot of parents, especially as the internet becomes more and more available. Is stranger danger a big concern?
So I'll tell you, stranger danger never really goes away. We want to make sure that our kids know how to navigate it. But when it comes to sexual abuse or many other forms of child abuse, 91% of kids that are sexually abused are abused by someone their family knows, or that they know, or that they believe that they know. So really what we need to be talking to parents need to be talking to kids about are how to navigate behaviors or situations from people they know.
Yeah, and of course, these are delicate but important conversations to have, especially with little kids. So what tips would you have to talk to kids about sexual abuse and that sort of thing without really scaring them, you know?
So I would say the first thing is that as parents, we're very scared and very hesitant to have these conversations. So I always recommend taking a deep breath, relaxing your shoulders, and picking a few different safety conversations to have even when your kids are little. You don't have to turn to your kid and say, there are scary people out there, they may do terrible things, but instead what we could talk to them about are what we call tricky behaviors. Behaviors that kind of give you a feeling inside that doesn't feel good, or that feels icky, or that makes you say something feels a little bit unsafe, and you could even turn it into a game, right? If somebody tries to touch a stove, is that something that gives you a tricky feeling from a tricky behavior? And also, if someone turned to you and said, hey, you don't have to tell your mom, you don't have to tell your dad the secret that I'm sharing with you, is that something that's tricky or not tricky? And you can do it with a smile on your face.
I like that tip. That's
Yeah.
that's helpful, especially for young kids. And you talk about body safety conversations with kids, no matter the age. This something I've also read about was making sure kids know how to properly label their body parts. That this is an important part of that.
Huge. When I was a prosecutor, one of the worst situations that we would find ourselves in are situations where we knew that something had happened to a child, but they were unable to articulate it because they couldn't even identify their body part. If we don't use the proper names for our kids' body parts, there's a bit of shame that gets attached to that name, which means they're less likely to come to you and say, somebody did something that made me feel unsafe, or somebody touched me or tried to touch me in this particular area, because they're going to assume that there's a little bit of shame attached, and they don't want to disappoint you, their parent, like they don't want to make you feel terrible, so they may not share. And if they do share and they don't know the proper name, that could really stifle any type of law enforcement intervention. And so we really want to use the same regular names for every child's private parts as much as we would name their nose, their ears, or their hair.
Right.
Good advice.
Yeah, really important topics. Good tips, Rahel. Thanks so much for joining.